zero tolerance can be used for a lot of different, to describe a lot. It does, the CCP have the ability and the apparatus and the police presence to go to zero tolerance for protests?
Yeah, but the answer is yes. I think they have so many more tools at their disposal today than they did in 1989. Just think about their social credit score, Joe. They can literally turn off your ability to spend. That the way the apps work over there, they can restrict your ability to travel on a subway or a plane or even out of your house. They can eliminate your ability to buy things. They can starve you to death. They can do all kinds of things. The better question is, will the people accept it? And what we're seeing now is a groundswell of protests over the ridiculousn's of these COVID lockdowns. And again, the fissure or the schism in the world is that it's been the fire's been fanned by the Chinese ability to see the World Cup. They see the crowds in the World Cup and no one's wearing masks while they're in basically internment camps, getting COVID tested 2 and 3 times a day and getting fed off of a moped. So I think the problem with China's approach and the Chinese government's approach to control over their people is backfiring on them. And these protests are widespread from the entire east coast of China to the west, to the western regions and the hinterlands. You're seeing these protests happen. So I think Xi Jinping doesn't have any great outs here, Joe. Number one, he can have a Tiananmen-style crushing of the people. And you saw military and police tactical vehicles entering Shanghai last night on videos on Weibo. So it's important to note that I've never seen Xi Jinping change course due to pressure. He has a Maoist style of thought, and I think he's going to crack down on the people. Another thing that could happen is they could invade Taiwan and look for national unity through an invasion and control of the airwaves. There is no way that Xi Jinping can save face and back down. So we're entering a new point of a great struggle between Chinese leadership and the Chinese people.
Well, I guess that's what I was getting at. The fuse has been lit, but we've seen the fuse lit not just in China. Think of other countries where there are repressive regimes, and we see something that looks like it might be the start of something. I don't know, the Arab Spring, whatever, protests in Iran, but they never seem to go anywhere. Is this different? Do you get the feeling that this is so organic now at the universities in China, and more than just about COVID, maybe about, I'm hesitant to go back to the days when we said sooner or later China's going to be like us, because I don't know whether they're ever going to be like us. So I don't want to fall into that trap, but could this be the beginning of something? And if it is, how bloody would that crackdown be? Kyle, I mean, it's not just people in Tiananmen Square. You said 100 universities, didn't you? Can they really contain that?
The groundswell is enormous, and it's happening organically, and it's happening, let's say, outside of the ability of the censors to deal with it. In fact, you've seen Chinese bots that have been inactive for 5 to 10 years on Twitter starting to flood the airwaves with escort ads and women of the night, trying to simply jam the airwaves for, let's say, the rank and file that have VPN access to the rest of the world. You're seeing the censors look like they're on tilt. And so this mobilization that's happening is outside of their surveillance equipment, social credit scores, and China's ability to kind of contain things like this. And Joe, it has a lot to do with the repression and their ability to see the rest of the world enjoying basic human rights and freedoms that none of the Chinese people have. So that's what I believe this groundswell is real. You look at it across the country, and one of the battle cries you hear is there was a bus being driven by a COVID zero worker in the full hazmat white suit, and it was driving through a mountainous region at night, and because it's thought that because he didn't have his peripheral vision and his ability to properly drive the bus flipped over and killed everyone. And so the Chinese students at these universities are one of their battle cries is, "We are all on the bus. It just hasn't crashed yet." So I think this is a much larger than simply zero COVID. This is about repression and lack of human rights.